So, Scott Fadness, and can you give me just a quick overview of your background, personal, all of that?
Sure.
Okay.
Grew up on a farm in rural part of North Dakota. Went to school at the University of North Dakota for an undergraduate degree, and then went on to a master's in public administration at IU's School of Public and Environmental Affairs in Bloomington. That's how I came to Indiana. And while I was there, I ultimately started interning for the town of Fishers. Fell in love with the idea of serving on the municipal level, the city level, and I've been doing that ever since, and I've been the current town manager, serving as a town manager for the last 3 years.
Okay. Personal, you married?
I am married. My wife and I live here in Fishers, and she works for an environmental laboratory.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start with what qualifies you to be mayor of Fishers.
So I think that if you look at my past experience in education, I think it makes me uniquely qualified from the nuts and bolts tactical side of things. So let's talk about that first. My master's degree is in public affairs, which means basically government, but I had a focus in local government management, so city government, because that was where my passion was. And so along with that, I have a focus in public finance, so keeping the books in the black, if you will. From my formal education onto my work experience, I've only worked in city government and worked in various capacities. And so I've done everything from budget director all the way through to currently running the day-to-day operations of the city. Along with that, I'm an adjunct professor at IUPUI in their graduate program, and I teach public finance. And I also teach strategic planning for public and nonprofit organizations. And so I think from the purest sense of just the technical capabilities and the ability to execute and run an organization of this size, I think I have a unique qualification for that. Along with that, I think I've given a lot of thought about the vision of the long term for our community, and I'm very passionate about what I think the opportunities are that lie ahead for Fishers.
Okay. Related to that, what qualities do you think you would bring to the office that no other candidate possesses?
I think I have an unwavering belief in the potential of this community. On top of that, I think I have the vision and the ability to execute on that vision that puts me in a unique position to be successful at this.
Okay. What is the single most important issue facing Fishers going forward?
A clear vision. I think if you can give the community a clear vision that everyone can marshal their resources around and get excited about, the rest will fall in line. I think right now we're at a bit of a crossroads, honestly, about who we are, what do we aspire to be, and where are we going. And I think if we can create that, if we can work together to find that singular vision, then I think the sky's the limit for Fishers.
Okay. What do you hope to accomplish in the first year, given that the mayor will have to turn right around and be re-campaigning and working for the job again? What do you hope to accomplish in that first year?
So first and foremost, a smooth transition, to be honest with you. I want to make sure that for the average resident, they see no disruption in any sort of city services that they receive today. The vital ones, police, fire, public works, all of that cannot afford to have hiccups in the transition. On top of that, we have a lot of good things going on right now, so I want to make sure that the economic development progress that we made to date continues on. So really it's that transition and making sure that we don't put our residents in a difficult situation because we're not handling the transition well.
Okay. Kind of a two-part question. Why do you think Fishers is a good and special community? And on the other end of it, what are its problems?
Well, I think the reasons Fishers is a good and special community is because of the people that live here. I mean, it's extraordinary, the capabilities of the people that live here and their value system. And so I think we have a tremendous foundation with the people that live here. That being said, I think our challenges are we grew up very quickly, and we grew up in a traditional kind of suburban sprawl fashion. And so the ability of all those great people, those talented people, to get together and connect and collaborate and enjoy their community and really have a strong tie to the community is difficult. And so I think our number one challenge is creating that sense of identity while at the same time building a community that connects all these tremendous, talented people.
Okay. Long range, describe the Fishers of 10 years from now.
Well, first and foremost, the Fishers of 10 years should have a strong financial health. It should be financially sustainable. And so we have to start doing things today in order to make sure that that happens 10 years from now. And that's why you see, I think, a lot of things happening today where we're being proactive, because in reality, communities don't turn on a dime. And you have to start being proactive today if you are concerned about 10 years from now. I think the Fishers of 10 years from now should be a well-connected community, bike trails, paths. I think it should have a clear identity. It should have great senses of place, common gathering areas where the community comes together. We should have many more traditions where families grow up here thinking about, well, we always come to the amphitheater for this concert, or we always go to the Christmas tree lighting, things like that. Things that really make us more of a community rather than just a collection of homes.
Okay, and finally, why do you want to be mayor?
I want to be mayor for a number of reasons. First and foremost is when I moved here and got involved in this city, I just fundamentally believe that we have a tremendous amount of potential. And I think that I have the right passion, the right vision, the right skill set to see it through. And so when I look at that, I'm just committed to that concept. And I wasn't looking to become a politician, to be honest with you, but the opportunity to serve this community and help facilitate it into its next chapter is something that just truly excites me.
Okay.